Episode 75.
Stop dreaming. With your level of skill, stepping into that arena will only get you hurt or killed.
Why? Am I not good enough? Isn't the 8th layer technique even qualified for the arena?
Kid Wu, do you know what kind of people the 70 who took the top spots last year were? And how many cultivators at your level have been killed or maimed on the dueling platform?
I would be honored to receive your guidance, Madam Hu.
I witnessed the entire Ascension Assembly's arena battle that year. Even now, thinking back on it, it still fills me with dread.
Hu Pinggu seemed to recall something terrifying, her face turning pale. Seeing this, her husband, Big Beard, quickly placed a hand on Hu Pinggu's shoulder to comfort her. Hu Pinggu turned back and gave her husband a deep, affectionate look, her expression softening considerably.
My husband and we don't plan to enter the tournament this time. We're just going to watch, planning to stay in the chi condensation stage for the rest of your life. Since you lot still have such lofty ambitions, I'll tell you a thing or two about the arena's dangers. That way, you won't die wondering why. First, anyone who wants to sign up must have their 5 elements basic cultivation technique, at least at the 7th layer. That's the bare minimum requirement to even take a foundation establishment pill. Second, applicants must be under 40 years old. Don't think you can cheat the system. The officials at the registration desk will use bone-gazing techniques to verify everyone's true age. As long as you meet those 2 conditions, you can go sign up. But because of that, the tournament has become even more brutal. Do you think it's normal for Tainan Valley to be this crowded right now? Most of these people are actually here for the Ascension Assembly. You have to understand, our Tainan gathering was originally just a local trade fair for young cultivators in Lanzhou. In previous years, when it was held, there were only a few hundred people in total. Just look around now. There are at least 1,000 people gathered in this valley already. And in the final few days, people from even farther away will start trickling in. That's when the Tainan Fair's trading will truly reach its peak. These people come to our Tainan Valley for the Tainan Fair for 2 reasons. One is to trade for the items they need. The other is to get a good look at the opponents they'll face in the Ascension Fair. Know yourself, know your enemy.
So, according to Madam Hu, those experts I saw in the valley with 10th layer cultivation, they're also here for the Immortal Ascension Assembly. Then what's the point of even competing? For anyone else at a lower level, wouldn't that just be a death wish?
Not necessarily. Who says someone at a higher level is guaranteed to win against someone at a lower one? If someone with weaker magic power uses some high-grade talismans or carries a powerful magic tool, they can still beat the crap out of those with higher cultivation.
Exactly. Brother Hai Jin makes a very good point. In battles between cultivators like us, the depth of one's magic power isn't the primary factor. What truly matters is the potency of the spells one commands, the skill with which they are wielded, and the power of the artifacts one can bring to bear.
Brother Hai Jin and Taoist Qing Wen have hit the nail on the head. Otherwise, there'd be no need to hold this Ascension Assembly at all. We could just have all the participants stand there and compare whose magic power is deeper.
Powerful magic tools, high-grade talismans.
Since there are so many participants, the Ascension Assembly has set up 7 separate arenas, each representing one of the 7 great immortal sects of the Yu Kingdom. If you wish to become a disciple of a particular sect, you simply go to its designated arena to compete. The tournament uses a 2-person elimination format. Fight, and the winner advances. The loser is out immediately. This continues until an announcement is made across the entire venue that no one else will join the arena matches. Then, the next round of matches between the winners begins. This cycle repeats until only 10 victors remain. Those 10 become the sect's new disciples. They get to skip the equally fierce internal competition within the sect. They would earn the right to take a foundation establishment pill, ascending to the heavens in a single step. That's the basic rundown of the Ascension Assembly's arena matches. But don't let my simple explanation fool you. The sheer brutality of the actual fights, it's beyond words. I remember in the last tournament, over a dozen 10th level cultivators died. There was even a pair of 11th level masters who ended up matched against each other, and they both perished in the fight. As for the 9th and 8th layer cultivators, the number who died on the platform was even greater. I've heard it was no less than 100. After all, those who make it to the final rounds aren't about to give up their shot at the Dragon's Gate. The fighting gets even more brutal and the casualties pile up.
You have to compete on stage even after reaching the 11th layer of the foundational technique. I heard that cultivation sects automatically recruit geniuses with that kind of talent, don't they? Why would those two risk their lives on stage?
Then, a girl's voice rang out. It was the taciturn young woman, the Scarlet Lotus practitioner. Pingu laughed in response.
I was just as puzzled by Sister Honglian's question back in the day.
Actually, both of them are from cultivation families. Their 11th layer cultivation was probably forced up by consuming a lot of pills.
Taoist Qingwen shook his head, clearly unimpressed by their methods.
Isn't it perfectly normal to use pills to boost your cultivation? They can still join a cultivation sect.
Brother Wu, you've forgotten one thing. For us, someone who can reach the 11th layer of cultivation before 40 is indeed a rare talent. But in the eyes of those great sects with legacies spanning countless years, they're just ordinary talents, barely meeting the minimum entry requirements for their sects. Their families figured that people like them barely scraping into a cultivation sect had no real future. They had no hope of competing for a foundation establishment pill against all those disciples with better talent, so they were kept back, given specialized training, and kept in the shadows for decades. It was all just to make a splash at this Ascension Assembly and directly secure the right to take a foundation establishment pill. You could call that taking a shortcut. Their families just never expected that two people with the same plan would run into each other by chance and end up killing each other. Otherwise, they'd have gotten exactly what they wanted.
I say, why has the recent Ascension Assembly gotten so much more intense? 10th and 11th layer masters, the kind you never even heard of in the past, are appearing one after another.
The girl and Wu Nine Fingers fell silent, the information clearly taking them by surprise.
Think about it. On one side, you have the great masters from cultivation clans, meticulously trained and fully equipped. On the other, you have us rogue cultivators, scraping by with little money and fewer resources. How many of us do you honestly think could succeed in taking the challenge arena?
So, by that logic, those sects acting all overjoyed about getting foundation establishment disciples from the Ascension Immortal Assembly, that was just them putting on a brave face, wasn't it?
Brother Han is right. Nothing in this world is ever perfect. Getting 2 out of 3 is already a blessing.
Are we rogue cultivators truly inferior to the disciples of cultivation families?
Even the ones those cultivation sects reject are still so much stronger than us ordinary rogue cultivators.
As much as I hate to admit it, the odds of a true master emerging from our ranks of rogue cultivators are far, far lower than theirs. And as individuals, we can't match their manpower or resources. We're already at a disadvantage from the start.
I've heard from friends that even if a rogue cultivator gets lucky and becomes a sect disciple, very few of them succeed in foundation establishment after taking the foundation establishment pill.
All right, everyone, don't look so downcast. We're all still young. If it doesn't work out this time, there's always the next chance in 10 years. Who knows, that identity as an official sect disciple might just be waiting for us in the future. For now, let's focus on the matter of traveling together after the meeting.
Nothing to discuss. I'll just travel with the group when the time comes. After hearing about all these powerful figures in the cultivation world, I really don't dare to travel alone anymore.
Wu Juji still seemed listless, while Qingwen shook his head helplessly and turned his gaze toward Red Lotus Scatterer.
I'll keep going with the rest of you.
Good. Brother Han, have you made your decision as well?
Han Li hesitated upon hearing this.
Logically speaking, for a newcomer like me, sticking with this small group should be the best choice. But for some reason, I just feel something's not right. If I really go through with this, I'm definitely going to regret it. I think I'll wait until after the trade fair to make a decision. There's no rush right now.
Han Li's words clearly caught the others off guard, leaving Qingwen and the rest momentarily stunned.
What's there to hesitate about, Brother Han? Us rogue cultivators have to stick together, or we'll get pushed around. Besides, you're the only one who saw through my trick. I'm very interested, and I'd love to spar with you more in the future.
Han Li heard Wu Juji's words, but he didn't get angry. He simply smiled without saying a word.
Brother Han never said he definitely wouldn't travel with us. He just said he needed to think it over. That's only human nature, after all.
Indeed, Priest Qingwen has hit the nail on the head. I do have some unspeakable difficulties, which is precisely why I must be all the more cautious.
In that case, I'll mind my own business.
Taoist Qingwen gave a helpless smile, wearing the tolerant expression of an elder brother toward a younger one, and shot Han Li an apologetic look. Han Li naturally didn't take the matter to heart, but with it now settled, the group all rose to their feet and took their leave. Han Li found an empty room on the second floor and settled in for the night. The next day, everyone except the monk and Han Li left the pavilion, heading out of the pagoda together.